What are UFOs? Are they spacecraft or vessels of a different kind from a place beyond imagination? Do they travel vast distances to reach planet Earth? And do they come in peace or to conquer?
Many who have encountered extraterrestrials, whether during an abduction or maybe a sighting, feel that whatever entities are visiting Earth are violent in nature.
From mysterious planets at the edge of the solar system to epic journeys beyond the boundaries of time and space. Join us as the secret origins of alien visitors are unsealed. A global effort has begun. Secret files hidden from the public for decades, detailing every UFO account, are now available to the public. We are about to uncover the truth behind these classified documents. Find out what the government doesn't want you to know. Alien Files, Unsealed. Exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. The English Channel, April 23rd, 2007. A small passenger plane is in flight from the English seaside city of Southampton to the island of Alderney. Pilot Ray Boyer is shocked to see a massive craft hovering in the distance, giving off an intense glow. Drawing closer, Boyer is shocked to see a second, identical object appear behind the first. There is no doubt in his mind that the objects are not of this Earth. Passengers on the aircraft see them as well. After 15 breathless minutes, the plane descends to its destination, and the UFOs disappear behind a ceiling of clouds. Boyer immediately reports the encounter to the British Civil Aviation Authority. He later learns the UFOs were seen by a second aircraft and 2 witnesses on the ground. A forensic examination of the area's radar records is inconclusive. Where the UFOs came from and where they went remain a mystery. How could 2 giant UFOs penetrate some of the busiest airspace in the world without warning and then disappear without a trace? The universe. It's made up of over 100 billion far-flung galaxies. We live in the Milky Way galaxy, which alone contains up to 400 billion stars. The nearest star to our own solar system is called Proxima Centauri, and it's 4.2 light years away, which means that even at the speed of light, it would take over 4 years to travel from there to our planet. Are spacecraft traveling across endless reaches of interstellar space just to explore the Earth? Or do they originate much closer to home? For decades, NASA has captured images of strange, unexplained objects hovering in space. And over the past 20 years, the 2 Voyager spacecraft have been blazing a new celestial frontier, sending back pictures and data from the outer reaches of our solar system. Launched in 1977, Voyager 1 has traveled over 12 billion miles, passing beyond the realm of the planets and through the Kuiper Belt, a vast ring of over 100,000 planetoids and smaller bodies, any one of which could be home to an alien base. Beyond the Kuiper Belt is the Oort cloud, comprised of trillions of icy bodies which sometimes fall toward the sun as comets. Recently, scientists at the University of Louisiana claim to have located a mysterious object 4 times larger than Jupiter, lurking beyond the Oort cloud, the gravity of which they believe is responsible for launching comets on their journey toward the sun. But what is this mysterious world? Rumors of a phantom planet in the outer rim of our solar system date back to 1846 and the discovery of the planet Neptune. Astronomers later detected slight deviations in its orbit and that of the planet Uranus that hinted at the presence of another world somewhere in the outer darkness, tugging at them with its gravity. It would become known as Planet X. In 1930, Pluto was discovered, and for decades many believed the mystery of Planet X had at last been solved. But in 1978, scientists determined Pluto was too small to affect the orbits of Uranus and Neptune. In 2009, the International Astronomical Union demoted Pluto to the status of a dwarf planet. And so, the search for Planet X continues. Could this gigantic cosmic body at the outer edge of explored space be the legendary Planet X? And is it a launch pad for UFOs we see here on Earth? Or must we follow Voyager 1 that just passed out of our solar system and look even deeper into the vastness of interstellar space? Alien Files, Unsealed. Millions of people around the world have reported encounters with UFOs. But if aliens exist, where are they coming from? Unsealed Case File. Betty and Barney Hill. New Hampshire, September 19th, 1961. Betty and Barney Hill are driving along through the New England countryside when they find themselves pursued by a mysterious craft. What happens next will change the course of history. A light lands on the road with what looks like small creatures standing near. Then the Hills suddenly realize they have arrived in their own driveway and they cannot account for the missing time. But the details of what happened inside the alien craft are only revealed years later under hypnosis. Searching their subconscious memories, the couple provides a detailed description of their abductors, a race the world has come to know as the Greys.
The gray race of aliens is really the most common depiction of aliens that you see, not only in pulp culture, but also with those abductees who have experienced these alien encounters. The Greys are said to be about 3 to 4 feet tall, large bulbous head, big, dark, black, almond-shaped eyes, gray skin, very kind of spindly bodies, very thin.
The couple claims they were subjected to terrifying medical experiments, and Betty Hill remembers something else. She recalls being shown a star map by an alien being who attempts to explain where they came from. Years later, an amateur astronomer takes the Hill map and attempts to align the seemingly random series of points to known stars in the night sky. The results are astonishing. The map traces the alien journey to its point of origin, Zeta Reticuli, a double star system 39 light-years from Earth. The findings are published in Astronomy magazine and spark a heated debate among experts. Is Zeta Reticuli the home of the alien Greys? And if so, how long did the journey take? And when did they first arrive? Recently, researchers at the University of Edinburgh created a computer model to determine that a fleet of interstellar craft traveling at only 1/10 the speed of light could explore the entire Milky Way galaxy in less time than the age of the Earth. Could an alien civilization, billions of years older than our own, have already departed for Earth? Unsealed Case File. The Dulce Incident. Dulce, New Mexico, August 1979. Phil Schneider is an Army engineer working with a unit assigned to construct a series of tunnels to the southwest of the Archuleta Mesa. The mesa has long been rumored to house the secret military installation known as Dulce Base within its jagged walls. Early on, the project hits a series of snags when the drilling equipment repeatedly breaks down in otherwise normal conditions. Schneider becomes concerned when a large detachment of heavily armed Green Beret Special Forces personnel is assigned to oversee the dig. Sensing something terrible is about to happen, he arms himself with a 9mm pistol. The unit finally succeeds in penetrating deep into the earth. Schneider is sent to investigate, accompanied by a Green Beret.
I was lowered down the basket of one of these holes.
At the bottom, he is shocked to see a 7-foot alien grave, and beyond it, a host of others conducting operations in an underground base. The engineer immediately opens fire.
I killed 2 of them. Yes, they're mortal, and they do die. However, next thing I know, this blue beam hit me and just literally opened me up like a fish.
The lightning-like beam takes off 2 of Schneider's fingers and inflicts terrible burns. A Green Beret pulls him to safety. A battle ensues, allegedly claiming the lives of over 60 American soldiers. Even more shocking is what Schneider learns in the days to follow.
The government knew all about it. They had been in camp there for, as best as believed possible, about 400 or 500 years.
Could it be that alien races have embedded themselves in our mountain ranges and possibly even within the Earth's core for centuries? Alien Files, Unsealed. Do UFOs really travel vast distances of space? Or is it possible these extraterrestrials have discovered some kind of intergalactic shortcut? Recent NASA images have revealed strange objects that may be massive, planet-sized UFOs plunging through the surface of the sun, only to later burst back into space. Some experts believe extraterrestrials are using the sun as a kind of refueling station for their UFOs. At the sun's heart, intense pressure forces hydrogen atoms to fuse together, creating nuclear fusion. One of the byproducts of nuclear fusion is helium-3. Could UFOs be penetrating the sun to collect helium-3? Or are they seeking something else? Other pictures taken by NASA's SOHO Solar Observatory spacecraft reveal a massive hole in the surface of the sun. And some believe this opening may be where these sun-diving UFOs are disappearing. They are convinced the hole is in fact an interstellar portal ending at a similar portal in a star somewhere else in the galaxy. Through these stellar portals, UFOs can travel vast interstellar distances in the blink of an eye. And with an estimated 400 billion stars in the Milky Way galaxy alone, the possible destinations are virtually limitless. But cascading through intergalactic wormholes may not be the aliens' only means of travel. Unsealed case file: the Rendlesham Forest Incident. Ipswich, England, December 26, 1980. American airmen stationed at the twin RAF Bentwaters and RAF Woodbridge air bases see strange lights emanating from nearby Rendlesham Forest.
John Burroughs and Jim Penniston, together with some other military personnel, sought permission to go out into the forest to investigate what they initially thought was a crashed aircraft. When Burroughs and Penniston approached the site, they found in a small clearing not a crashed aircraft, but a landed UFO.
The security team gets close enough to make note of strange markings on the hull that resemble Egyptian hieroglyphics. The men quickly return to base to report what they have found. But when another patrol is dispatched, they find nothing more than 3 indentations in the ground where the UFO once stood, possibly left by the craft's landing gear. A Geiger counter picks up heightened levels of radiation in the small depressions. Britain's Ministry of Defense launches an extensive investigation. Its interviews with Burroughs and Penniston reveal something astonishing. Though they were only in the presence of the strange craft for a few moments, their watches revealed that a full 45 minutes had passed. It's a phenomenon ufologists call missing time.
A lot of abductees report missing time, in which something that shouldn't take as long as it should in their life had happened 3 times, 4 times as long. It's a very common trait.
Many experts believe that missing time is a byproduct of a UFO's means of travel, not hurtling through space, but rather through time itself.
We know the 3 dimensions that you and I talk, walk, and interact in, but the 4th dimension being time itself. The space-time continuum is the overlap of space and time in one continuous scientific theory. What that means is that space and time are completely indistinguishable from each other.
Is it possible that in approaching the UFO, the two men stepped into a space-time continuum generated by the UFO on its journey to Earth. A famous missing time incident in Chile offers more compelling evidence of the missing time effect. Unsealed case file: the Chilean time warp. Pampa, Juscuma, Chile, April 1977. A military border patrol takes shelter for the night in a horse stable. Around 4 a.m., they are stunned to see a strange light descend from the sky, not far away. As they prepare to investigate, a second UFO suddenly appears nearby. Corporal Armando Garrido approaches the second object, only to vanish into its light. The patrol searches frantically for their missing comrade. 15 minutes later, they hear a loud thump and are amazed to discover the missing corporal lying on the ground a short distance away. He's alive, but forever changed. Garrido is astonished when he realizes his digital watch displays a date, 5 days in the future, and he's sporting a week's growth of beard on his face. How had 5 days passed when only 15 minutes had passed for his fellow soldiers? Was Corporal Garrido abducted by aliens and transported through a time portal similar to that experienced by the soldiers at Rendlesham Forest? And could time travel explain how the massive channel UFOs appeared out of nowhere and disappeared without a trace? Some experts believe they originate from an as-yet unidentified planet in the far reaches of our solar system. Others believe they have traveled vast distances across interstellar space or through interdimensional portals. But there is another disturbing possibility, one that transcends all of these seemingly limitless boundaries. A recent study at Washington University used a computer program to predict what humans will look like after the next 100,000 years of evolution. It predicted that humans will develop wide eyes and greatly expanded craniums, bearing an uncanny resemblance to the alien Greys, as described by Betty Hill and thousands of others.
Who'd be most interested in keeping humans from destroying themselves? Well, the answer is simple. It's other human beings, but other human beings from the future.
Could aliens, in fact, be humans from the distant future who have traveled back in time? And if so, are Greys just another branch on our family tree?